Are you looking to buy a home? This program is for you. It allows average people like me and you to buy a home. If you have steady income, even if you are self-employed, I know it sounds too good to be true. This is the NACA program, folks. We're going to be covering how it works, best practices, and why you should join to become a homeowner. There's also options for those of you that already own a home who are having a hard time paying the mortgage. You got this big old mortgage during COVID. Yep, I know it happened to a lot of us, right? Bad mistakes. We bought really high. Now prices are dropping and we've got this uncontrollable mortgage we're paying for. I'm so sorry that happened. It reminds me of 2008 when the market crashed for me. But the great thing is they offer modification programs to help you get a more affordable mortgage. And let me tell you something about NACA. They have been around for more than 30 years, guys. And yes, it sounds too good to be true. But let me tell you something. It is not. And it is here for you guys. Take advantage of it. They don't advertise much. They focus on folks like me and other people that have been through the program, that know the program, that have helped other people join the program to promote the program. I don't get anything from this, not a dollar. I'm doing this because this program is something that is a blessing, okay? And it's not available in every area, but if you are close to an area where NACA is available, you might want to consider relocating because it's that great of a program. And as long as you remain living in that NACA home, the mortgage is good to go forever, right? The only stipulations are you can't be an investor, all right? They are looking to truly help people that would not normally qualify for a traditional home loan through a bank or financial institution, that still have steady income, may not have perfect credit, right? So credit is not a factor, but there are some things that are important and we're going to be covering that. So I know that's a lot, but stick around, watch this entire video. If you are new here, do me a favor and subscribe, because if you're going to be going through this program, I want to hear your success. It's not easy. It's not easy, right? Nothing in this world is easy. But if you want something bad enough, you're going to make it happen. You're going to make sure that you follow through, follow up, and get things done that you need to do. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. Before we do, I need you to check in below inside the chat, folks. I need you to let me know who you are, where you're from, and what your goals are. I want to hear from you. Okay. Subscribe, like, comment below, share with a friend, because this program is truly a game changer. It's a life-changing opportunity, and it will allow you at any age, 18 or over, to purchase a home. As long as you have steady income, you have all the documents that they're looking for, and you have a little bit of money saved up, and most importantly, you pay your bills on time. That's the most important thing with this program. They're not so credit score based. Okay, that's the beauty of it. But you will need to have at least 12 months of on-time payments on your credit report. All right, that's really important. Same thing with your rent. Make sure you pay it on time. It doesn't need to be reported to your credit report or anything of that nature. But all of your credit accounts that are on your credit report need to be paid on time for at least 12 months, right? And you need to have some money saved. They are looking for people that have a few $1,000s saved, because you are going to have to pay the closing costs in some cases. You are going to have to pay for inspections. You're going to have costs that are at the end of everything that you will have to have the funds readily available in your bank account before you go through the home buying process. All right. Closing costs can vary. Okay. But they are going to be a fee that you are going to have to undertake somehow, some way. And it's usually a percentage of what your home costs. So in reality, they would like for someone to have saved a few $1,000s, right? But you can still start the program even if you're not quite there, even if you have $1,000 saved, right? You want to prepare yourself. You want to start preparing yourself, because this is a program, it's a process. And sometimes it takes a while to get you fully prepared for homeownership because it is a big responsibility. They also want to see that you have a few months of a mortgage saved in the event that something happens financially, right? So they want to see that you have a separate account. So start a savings account, and every paycheck, put a percentage of your check in there and just start saving. And that can be for, hey, this is my mortgage fund, right? This is what I'm going to be using to save up the money for, my home. Even if it takes me 12 months, 24 months, whatever the case may be, you're going to have to cut back on frivolous expenses. Make sure those bank statements are nice and squeaky clean and it's showing that you have more money coming in and not so much money going out. We want to be very cautious of our spending, probably leading up 6 months to where we have to share bank statements, because they are going to want at least the last 3 to 12 months worth of bank statements. If you are self-employed, you are going to need to provide the last 12 months or possibly more of bank statements. So that's why it's so important for you to have all of your ducks in a row, okay? And you do need to have funds that are deposited into a personal account for yourself, as if like your business pays itself, or if you're self-employed, it should all just come into your personal bank account. That way, everything's coming in there. You can have other accounts with other financial institutions that you're using to save for. So, for example, what a lot of people do is they will have a certain percentage direct deposited into another bank account that they don't even have the debit card for. It's just stacking up in that account, and maybe have it go to like a high yield savings. So that way you're earning money on your money, and it's just stacking, and every time you get paid, you pay yourself first to save up to qualify for this mortgage. So you will have a couple months worth of mortgage payments saved, and you have enough to cover your inspection for the home and closing costs for the home. Those are the big things that they are looking for, because you will, you have to face those things. But here's the benefit of all of that. Go through this, you will be rewarded, my friends. I promise you. So let's go ahead and get into why they are such a great program. Now let's cover why this is America's best mortgage option. Now, this is a federally funded program. Most of their loans are done by Bank of America. So they provide you with below market interest rates, 100% loan to value. So that means that they'll fund 100% of the loan. So there is no down payment. They claim to have no closing costs. Now, there are still going to be fees that you have to have some money saved up for, like I talked to you about before. But another big win is no private mortgage insurance. Private mortgage insurance can cost you several $100s a month that is just added to your monthly payment. And sometimes it makes the home just unaffordable. So if you do have a problem where you can't afford your home, reach out, see if you qualify for something. But in this case, it's great for people that maybe are right below the income level and they just don't qualify for a traditional FHA or conventional home loan. This is a great program, so you can check to see if there is a NACA program in your area. Go right to their website, which is NACA.com. It only takes about 21 days on average to close something once you become fully, approved and you figure out what you qualify for. And they'll tell you you can upload everything to their system. They'll connect to your bank accounts. You can upload your taxes. There is going to be some information that's going to be needed from you. Now, you can see here, this is kind of a list of what you're going to need for the property. And then as far as your financial information, you're going to need an updated pay stub, at least 1 month's worth. You're going to need updated W-2 if one has been issued to you since qualification. Self-employed members are required to have updated bank statement with cash flow analysis. Canceled rent checks or documented electronic transfers to landlords since qualification. Updated credit report. updated bank statements for all open accounts, updated credit card statement for all open accounts. They are going to require the last 2 years of tax returns as well. And the only fee that NACA has is their monthly or yearly membership, I should say. So you will have to pay for membership with them, which is not much, to be honest with you. NACA membership is actually only $36 per year, so it's really affordable. They make you pay for it, so you'll take it serious, but everything else to do with the program is completely free. Like I said, this is a federally funded program, and it's done by HUD, and your mortgage would most likely be with Bank of America. And you can find out a lot of their information right online, but you will have to go through a home buying course, which is really easy. I believe it's done online for the most part. And once you pay your annual membership, you go through the course, and then you can upload all your stuff through the online NACA portal and connect all your bank accounts and all that good stuff. Now, they have a lot of different home ownership programs. Let's just review their programs, because when I first heard of this program, I'm like, it is too good to be true. Okay. It is way too good to be true. And then you're like, let me check this out. Let me see if this is legit, right? It's totally legit, right? They don't care so much about income or credit score. They really want to get people who, pay rent every month on time. They can afford $1,500 to $2,000 to $2,500 worth of rent, right? These are people that wouldn't normally qualify for a home, but if they can pay that much in rent, they can certainly pay that much to purchase their own home. That's their whole goal. And again, they've been around for over 30 years. These are all of the different programs that they offer. The purchase program, we talked a little bit about that. You'll also get below market rates for your interest with your home, and you can be locked into that from anywhere from 15 to 30 years. No fees, no closing costs, no down payment, no mortgage insurance, no consideration of credit. But they do want you to have at least 12 months of on-time payments on your credit report. That is what they were looking for, because you're going to be responsible for paying this mortgage, and they want you to pay it on time. They also have HOTPHA Section 8 housing voucher. This program allows you to achieve home ownership through this program. So you can learn more about that on their website. They've got the $1 home ownership program. You can read through that and see if this is something that you would qualify for. NACA's new construction homes. They've got a whole example on that. So if you have new construction in your area or vacant lots or anything of that nature, you can still have some opportunity there. Home buyer purchase and renovation program. Hello, if that's something that you're interested in. Homeowner refinance and renovation program. Some people, this is going to be a complete game changer for them, because without this program, they would lose their home because it's too much. And this program can significantly reduce your interest and keep you in your home to help you save it. They've got the Homeowners Home Save program. So this is, important. Go through the process and see if this is something that you qualify for. Rental housing program. Now, the normal housing programs to get you in a home, they are designed for normal working people that don't qualify or make below the income levels to qualify, to get them into a home. They are not looking to do this for investors. So they want to make sure that you haven't owned a home, you don't own a home. This is for new homeowners to get them into a home. And really the only stipulations with this whole program are, for as long as you own the NACA home, you must live in it. So that's pretty fair in my opinion. And this is going to allow, and it already has allowed, millions of people to change their lives through the NACA homeownership program that is federally funded to help you purchase your first home. So I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Check out this program. Let me know in the comments below if you have gone through it, what your success story has been. Yes, it's a process, and I know it can be annoying because they're always asking you for papers and this, that, and the other, but just make sure that you get everything through the portal. You meet with your counselor, you go through everything, you stay on top of it, and you become a homeowner, my friend. If you have been paying rent for the last 12 12 months, you deserve homeownership, okay? So again, make sure to like, subscribe, share with a friend, check in below, and take action. I'll see you next time.